The idea that 10,000 hours of practice are needed to become an expert at just about anything comes from the book Outliers. This idea is appealing and easy to remember. However, this idea is also nonsense and detrimental to your progress. Malcolm Gladwell, the author of Outliers, misinterpreted Anders Ericsson's research on violinists when he coined the 10,000 hour rule. Ericsson studied violinists and found that the best violinists had practiced for an average of 10,000 hours by the time they were 20. Malcolm Gladwell took this as evidence that 10,000 hours are needed to become an expert at most activities. However, Malcolm Gladwell's assumption is wrong in many ways. First of all, at 20 years old, these students were not masters of the violinists. Ericsson writes, they were good students, but they still had a long way to go until they could win international competitions. The reality is that there's no magical number of hours that will make you an expert. The number of hours needed to become an expert ultimately depends on your training methods and other competitors. The reason that you must put in thousands of hours of practice to become one of the world's best is that the people you're competing with have themselves put in thousands of hours of practice. Don't take my word for it, listen to Kobe.
For me, it was just common sense. Like I can if I start earlier, I can train more hours, and I know the other guys aren't doing it because I know what their training schedule is, right? So I know if I do this consistently over time, the gap's just going to widen and widen and widen and widen and widen, and they won't be able to get that back. Mm-hmm. So to me, it was just common sense. I'm like thinking, how can I get an advantage? Oh, start earlier. Yeah, let's do that.
When did you start doing that?
Man, like high school.
The takeaway from this video is that to become one of the world's best, it's not about reaching a certain number of hours. Instead, the focus should be on having superior training methods and more deliberate practice than your competitors. I will end this video with an inspiring statement from Anders Ericsson, the world's leading researcher on expertise. To date, we have found no limitations to the improvements that can be made with particular types of practice. As training techniques improve, people in every area of human endeavor find ways to raise the bar on what was thought to be possible, and there's no sign that this will stop. The horizons of human potential are expanding with each new generation. Thank you for watching. If you want to access the best training methods in the world, click on Optimal Training Methods in the description. And to see how your athletic skills rank among the best athletes in the world, click on Highlight Reel, also in the description.